And the discs are not alive, really. They're a produced substance. Like the bone is alive. The bone it's a produced substance, but the osteoblasts and osteoclasts actively make and remodel bone. The discs don't have any cells that make and remodel the discs. They're produced in the embryo and in the child growing up, and at some point in time, the discs don't replace themselves. There's no way to grow them back. So once you damage a disc and once you lose the hydration of a disc, there's a substance inside the disc called glucosaminoglycan, and that is a water-loving hydrophilic substance that brings water in there. And at night, when we're sleeping, we sort of grow. The disc fills back up with fluid, getting ready for a new day. And the next day, we stand up and start compressing the discs all over again. And if you notice as you get older, you'll be driving to work, you have to move your mirror up because you're taller in the morning. Then when you go home, at the end of the day, you're shorter, so you gotta move the rear view mirror down. So if you're wondering why that happens, is you're a half an inch or an inch or so shorter in the evening when you come home. And that's usually for older people like myself, but when I was 18, you probably didn't have that much of a fluctuation. But there is some fluctuation, and then it gets worse as you get older. And then by the time you're 60 or so, you're in almost 3/4 an inch taller in the morning than you are in the evening. And overall, you've shrunk an inch or two than you were when you were 20 years of age. So get ready for all those kind of problems. But a disc is a produced substance. It's not alive. It doesn't have a growing or healing ability. It's sort of like a fingernail. You cut your fingernails, it doesn't grow. Your fingernails grow at the base and grow out, but they don't grow at the tip. So the disc doesn't grow any more that we know of. There's no real healing of a disc. It has this ability to pull water in, and that's pretty much it. It's not alive beyond that, and that's a property of that, probably a salty chemical, glucosaminoglycan, that goes inside the disc, and it's mainly in the center in that nucleus pulposus, and that pulls the water in while we're sleeping, and then it squeezes out during the day. And that glucosaminoglycan probably becomes compromised as we get older, and we don't have as much of it. So as you get older, you lose the ability to suck water back into your discs at nighttime when you're sleeping. So the facets, loaded with pain fibers. I hardly ever have a patient come in, "Oh, doc, can you help me?" Oh, they always come in leaning forward, getting themselves away from each other. See how the facets go away from each other? The handshake pushes away from each other. And that's just not a good way. I wish that when we injured our spines, we would go, "Oh," like that, but we don't. These hurt, and people like to heal like that. They sit in the lazy boy chair, put their feet up, and that's what feels good at the end of the day. Do that for many years, and all of a sudden you've got posture that crushes the discs. Thank you very much. Like and subscribe. Thank you.